In today's video, I want to talk about a quilt that I previously made and what I would do differently if I was making it again. Hi, I'm Kim Jamieson-Hirst of Chatterbox Quilts. Now, in a previous video, I talked about this quilt that I made for my parents' 65th wedding anniversary. And it's all made with strip piece blocks, as you can see. However, looking at the actual quilt that I made and thinking about it, there was a few things that I would change because in the quilt, as you can probably see, there are two large hearts. One is in the top left, one's in the bottom right. And those really didn't stick out. They weren't as prominent as I'd hoped they would be. So I was thinking about how I could change this, what I would do differently to make sure that those hearts really stand out. So thinking about what I would do different next time, is that I would do something different with those blocks in the heart areas to make sure that those heart designs stand out. So how could I do that? Well, what I would do is I would take the blocks that I was using for the heart area and I would make those, I should say, with a combination of medium and dark blue fabrics, okay, including those filler blocks. Then the fabrics that I would use in the background blocks would all be light and medium blue fabrics. So that would create a real contrast between the blocks I used in the hearts and the blocks that make up the background. Those lighter blocks would recede, the darker ones would be more prominent, and you would definitely be able to see those heart designs. So here's an example of what I'm talking about. So for those blocks that are in the heart, using medium and dark fabrics, the blocks would look something like this. And then the background blocks with just the light and medium blue fabrics would look like this. So you can see there's a real contrast between those two blocks, and that is really what I'm looking for in this quilt. So I mocked this up in EQ8, and by the way, if you don't have EQ8, or if you do and are looking for some other products, currently EQ8 is offering all of their products on sale for 25% off. You can check up above in the description below. I'll have my affiliate link there and you can take advantage of those savings. This is what the quilt would now look like by changing out those blocks, as I mentioned, in the heart design and in the background. So now you can see that the heart designs are much more prominent. They're much more obvious in this quilt, and that is really what I wanted it to look like when I made this project. So anytime I'm making a new project, there's things I can learn, right? So this learning I will take forward with me. So if I'm recreating something similar in the future, I will keep in mind that I need to make sure there's a contrast in the fabrics I use in the blocks for the part that I want to be really obvious. And then it needs to be different from the blocks I will use in the background because I want those to fade away and not be nearly as obvious. Now, don't get me wrong, I love how the quilt turned out and I enjoyed making it, but I learned something here that I can take forward into other projects. And isn't that what it's all about? Learning new techniques, learning from your mistakes, if you want to call them that, so that you can get better and bring that information into the next new project you make. And this is the same thing we do in the Quilter's Way. Members make projects to learn new techniques, and then they can use those techniques in their future projects. And if you're interested in finding out more about the Quilter's Way, which is my online membership, check up above or in the description below because I'll have a link there, and you can take advantage of the 14-day free trial to see everything that the Quilter's Way has to offer you. Now, I mentioned that I'd done a previous video on this quilt, and you might be wondering what's in that video. Well, don't worry, I got you covered. Check out this video that has all the information that you need. And for more helpful quilting information, be sure to go to my website at www.chatterboxquilts.com.